Well, hello there, YouTube. Welcome to this stunning Friday the 18th of April. 29 degrees this morning. It's made it to 47 now. It's crazy how quick it warms up, because the days, the nights are so much shorter, Sun comes up early. Days gonna be nice and warm. It's supposed to be 71, a predicted 71 here. But for whatever reason, up here on the Cowlitz Prairie area out here, we always seem to be a little bit more than in town. They'll predict 71, but we'll have, 73, 74. It's weird. But, every area has its little microclimate, and I guess we got our own. And I hear bees buzzing around everywhere. Yeah, they got plenty of little balloons to gather their stuff, don't they? Lawn, boy. That's a whole lot better than what it started with last weekend, but she definitely needs cut already. But anyway, you guys see, I'm sure you hear the bees buzzing around. They're everywhere. All right, let's start off a Friday. Dang. Way out here in North 40 today. The parking lot all back there where we normally park is just slam full. So that, where the BMW, well, that didn't come out very good at all. Where the BMW is, that whole, from the blue borders, it's all going to be black.
Black
it's
and
gonna
yellow.
Be, yeah, it's black and yellow. It's going to be Can-Am.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty.
We seen a mock-up of how they're doing it and arranging the floor and stuff. Man, that's going to be so cool.
Really cool.
And the spiders, the boats, the sleds, the side-by-sides.
Mm-hmm. We do like Can-Am.
That's the hottest thing going right now.
Yeah, it is.
Anything Can-Am is gold.
Yes.
But anyway, Mama, we
Yes,
made it to Friday.
Yay.
What you say we go in there and bust it out and eventually make it to our weekend?
All right. Sounds like a
Which
plan.
kind of happens in a flash, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. But it doesn't work as fast as the weekend goes by, though.
I know.
But anyway, have yourself a wonderful Friday, and I'll see you as the day goes on.
All righty.
All right.
Too.
Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Jeez. Now it's literally like 12 minutes until it's time to go. I just realized I haven't filmed anything since we got to work. It's out there. Remember all the... Well, you have no idea what was underneath all this. You remember the tuner that turns out wasn't even working, had the tuner and wires coming across, going every which way. You wouldn't believe the spaghetti factory underneath. They want this to be keyed on. It was hot all the time, and that thing was drawing a shocking amount to it. That's kind of weird. It's pulling that much, but that was the only draw. The tuner wasn't even working, so it was no draw at all. So I got the new battery in there. Everything's perfect. The charge is perfect. There's no unusual draw. There's enough of a draw there. You need to put a tender on these things all the time. It amazes me that people go, I don't know why my battery, it sits for a month or two and it's weak. Dude, it's keeping computers going all the time. They need to have a tender on them at all times. But it's got the tender lead on there. And I hope there's a battery tender that goes, the little boots. Well, I'll put it back on. It's Optimate plug with a nice rubber boot on there. So got all that cleaned up. There was wires coming through the fuse box and going down. Oh, it was a mess. And they were tapped into the passenger seat detection thing. And yeah, I had to do a lot of fixing. There were some shorts underneath there that were literally dangerous. Wires being smashed by the seat onto the frame, and dangerous. If a fuse doesn't go, this thing can catch on fire. The same thing can happen to your car. Wiring a motorcycle or anything, car, whatever, boat, man, you're literally, you could create a hazard that could harm you or someone else. At the very least, leave you stranded somewhere. And with the distracted driving nowadays, that's a danger in and of itself. So I think there's some confusion. They think that the battery cover is all that's part of this, but there's that metal bracket, the hold down bracket. That's what this strap goes to. It will damage that battery. I told you guys before, you could, maybe I was telling you, I ride along and I keep hearing this thump, thump, thump. No, I was telling Kelly. And you see people take the trunk off and they forget to either put the bolts in the bottom or don't tighten them. And the trunk will literally go clunk, clunk, clunk. And it's got 4 bolts across the top and 2 that hold the bottom down. I get in, pull it on the rack, lift it up in the air. The bolts are all tight. What's going on? Pull the battery door off. It had the bracket in there, but it wasn't clipped into clips on the frame. So it was just laying there. And the battery is literally bouncing. That's a heavy battery that's made of plastic on the outside. You can rupture that battery, which again is going to leave you stranded. But the damage that acid is going to do to this motorcycle could literally total it, because it's just going to eat the frame alive. And a frame will total one of these things. It's just, yeah. But I think there's some confusion. They think everything's here. It's not, and it's missing the two battery bolts as well. They're just, I have every spare one I've ever gotten, I've had to put them in people's bikes, because I don't know how many times I open up the carpet and the cover is just laying there. Water can come in through there, damage whatever you have inside your trunk. So I don't have any more of those bolts. So I don't know if we have them in stock. I turned in the estimate and stuff. So, but the bike is complete. I say not rideable until you get that bracket. And so if they took it out, because there was another battery laying in there that looked absolutely brand new, and what was happening is that stupid little phone charger thing is what they're referring to. It's just USB-A. The glowing lights of that thing, plus it's going from 12 volts to 5 volts, so that reducer is probably using up some juice as well. But yeah, with that thing plugged in, it was over 700 milliamps. So yeah, that's going to sack the battery out quick. Really, really quick. I mean, it's going to take time. It's not going to be an overnight thing. But you let it sit like over the wintertime, that probably explains why those batteries absolutely don't show anything. It's like they're internally, a fuse blew inside. There's nothing. Absolutely. Even the brand spanking new one was that way. But so whether they can find that bracket or we order one, it needs to have that in there, because that battery will bounce as you're going down the road, and it can flounder forward and aft. I've seen them where the bracket wasn't tight, and I go in there and the battery door is pushed open in the bottom. It catches on these little grooves, and it's pushed out. I go, why is that pushed out? The bolts are in it. And take it out. It's because the batteries bounced and hit the bottom of the plastic cover and popped it out from the bottom. It's crazy. This one had all kinds of stuff done to it, including the countershaft replacement. And I was trying to do the alignment today, and the amount of time I had left in the day, I would literally have to leave it with the plates out. I wouldn't be able to get the thing done. So there's no sense in starting it, because I will have to restart again, because there's no way this thing's going to make it through an entire weekend, and some might not come down here and bump a plate. They'll come down looking for an RO, something. So this is literally the spider web of stuff that's not in there anymore. What a mess. Oh, I did find the little plastic key things that you put the keychain on the old Spyders. One of them was laying underneath, because I had to take the whole glove box thing apart to make this all work. Remember, the wires were coming out here, and they were sneaking in through here, and there was just junk going everywhere. And had the little razor or X-Acto knife, I like to call them. Zip ties hanging there, all that's gone. Nothing's powering out off of the seat. It's all powered to it's on the other side, to a keyed circuit that has its own fuse in the bike. So it'll be good. Bike runs good. Oh, the other thing, I let it run until the fan cycled, and it's minimum of a quart overfilled, which means somebody checked the oil when it was cold, even though there's this big yellow caution thing that tells you these parameters must be met before you check and or adjust the oil. Well, the amount of oil that's in there is literally the amount that someone would put in when they checked it when it's cold. So now it's way overfilled with oil. So left all my notes and let the service riders deal with the customer from there, but classic stuff actually. But it just baffles my mind that you can't see that big yellow sticker beside there. I mean, I get it. There's things that, are obvious to me and then staring me right in the face, and I miss it. Oh, yeah, look at this. This is the old free sucker. Hands up. It's not quite so sticking out there with the with the rack on there, but it does have that thing like somebody said, hands up. Yeah. So she just needs a bracket and needs to get either the oil sucked out, which I don't know if I can. I've never tried to do that. Run something down that tube and see if I can suck oil out of it. I literally have never tried that. Usually the oil's in a condition. I can't tell what the condition is, where it's at in the scheme. I do know the eco light was on when I got it booted up, so hopefully somebody was looking at going in there and accidentally hit the mode button, because BRP and all their wisdom made it so all you got to do is touch it, it's on, touch it, it's off. Remember, you had to hold for like 2 or 3 seconds to turn it on, same to turn it back off, so you didn't accidentally turn eco mode on. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I spent a tremendous amount of time on this thing. And there's other things, customers, the usual stuff I go through in a day. I go upstairs to say something to Kelly or whatever, and I get snagged by a customer, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining. Not complaining at all. I know this gal. It's under her name, and she's a gal that in her 80s drove to Alaska, and a family member that was with her couldn't hack it, and they put the thing in a crate and sent the thing back home from Alaska, and she drove home by herself and got caught in that crazy rainstorm somewhere in Canada, and a cliff washed out. She hit a great big boulder and busted the radiator open. She drove a certain amount of miles, stopped, pour water in the radiator, and keep on going. She is a card. I absolutely love talking to her. She is so down to earth, and just she's wise to the world. She's a riot. Don't get her on the wrong side, though. If something goes wrong, you need to be very smooth and explain what's going on in a way that she understands it, because she can be hot too. But I like that. She's cool. Really, really cool. But that's been my day today. 2 RTs, and what else did I tinker with? I don't remember what it was. That's been the main thing. Well, actually, I didn't do much tinkering here. I just got it out there. But what else? Oh, I was doing estimates for stuff. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff. Stay busy. It was like a whirlwind. But anyway, I'm going to bounce. You guys remember years ago, I could step out here and get this thing to zoom, and you could clearly see Mount Hood. That much time has gone by that the trees have grown that much, which are very beautiful, by the way. So that's about the view of the naked eye. I had it in that 5 times zoom, and then I shamelessly digitally zoomed that. But Apple does a way of making that work out pretty good. Man, 72, but it feels like about 80. Humidity must be high. Well, hey there, my little gals. Sure was fun taking that thing for a rip. Was that last weekend or weekend before? Fun stuff. Oh, we got Annie because she has a harder time getting out of the sun. I tried to hack my finger off today. It's this cool little dog house. Kelly's been looking at these things, and finally she jumped on it. And it's off the ground and everything else. She goes in them. You're probably asking why we didn't get two. One for Sasha as well. Sasha doesn't go into dog houses. There's that one that Milo had that's out there. Annie will go in it, but Sasha, absolutely not. Well, if a cat walked through there, she'll go through. I did tell you, I'm pretty sure I told you that Ayuchi. Oh, I bought because now we have these things. I was looking at it and I go, man, they updated the little rubbers on there. No, still the same thing, but it seems like I needed one, so I grabbed another one. But anyway, Ayuchi, however you pronounce it. I got a tracking number. I think I already told you that maybe yesterday during a vlog. And hopefully this one makes it. Took forever to get from China to here, probably with all the things going on. And then it was delivered to a carrier in Los Angeles, and boop. So finally, after 3 emails, I didn't want to bug them. Well, the reason I would email is because they would say, if you need any assistance or whatever, we haven't seen, you do a video or anything on it. So it's not a sponsor. I guess you can say sponsored, and they're giving me a copy to mess with. And I've seen several other people that they've done the same thing to. I'll also have a special, if you decide you want one, a special 22% discount. They've already set me up with the website with my name and everything else, but of course I don't have the thing yet. I keep forgetting to look. I want to get get a GPS mount for the Himalayan. But it's gonna have to be tight. I do not like things. I mean, I see over this thing very easily, but I don't want, some gangly thing way up here at the top of the windshield. I want it to be tight, so I need to look and see what's available. I think I've seen quite a few people with GPSs on there. So, I don't know. And it's got handlebar mount, so you can kind of put it on anything, but there's, a lot of wires that go with it, so it's not going to be like, you can't just unplug one connector out of the back and walk away with it and switch it to another bike. You're going to have to wire the bike for it. So something like that would be kind of cool I still want to do that Portland thing. That's been 1 year and 3 months since I first started discussing that. But, just like the Chiggy, there's the main wire. This only has one because there's no cameras or anything. The one they're sending me has the cameras and the TPMS sensors for the wheels. But I have I don't know if you can even see it. Yeah, you can see it. See the little chrome piece right there? It's all tucked in out of the way. You can unscrew. It's a waterproof connector. I can unscrew it and take it off. But because I got the GPS mount, I have to unbolt it. So basically it's hardwired on. It's got the control switches on the top, there as you see. And then I bought the screen visor. I sure like that thing. It's very nice having that on there and just looking around. When I was out there riding around, I'm used to driving around places where there's water and, there's different things, you got different color, like, areas and stuff. You get way out there and it's just basically a kind of an off-white screen and a road, But anyway, it's good. It's good. I wish you got the detailed map that shows up on this phone, because what shows up on this phone is shocking, the amount of detail. But I get it. You're mirroring, you're pushing all that data across wirelessly. So there's got to be some limitation. But it's good enough. It'll be nice. I need to do something and like navigate to somewhere. I know what Apple Maps is going to look like, but I don't ever navigate with anything else. And I like some of those other ones because they show, I mean, they're like hiking. People can use it for hiking and mountain biking and stuff like that. So it's got a lot of details and a lot of things that are, you know, off-road friendly or out in the boonies friendly. So, anyway, whole cow sitting out here. The heaters are off and the humidity's staying because the temperatures aren't crazy. You know, I click the one oil heater on, you know, before, you know, go to bed at night because it does get cool out there. But this thing is so insulated, you know, it just keeps it around that 60 degrees in here. Still haven't decided any kind of trips or, I mean, literally nothing. And haven't heard from David Andrew, the master in organizing these things. I'm telling you, he needs to sell those maps. And go, you want a killer route, epic place. It's amazing the detail that he goes through. He's got this thing to basically, you know, when you're going to be, where and when. It's crazy. And that's the most relaxed. It's like the best, like, vacation stuff ever. Because I literally don't have a clue. I know the main area that we're going, but I don't know where we're stopping, what he's got planned, nothing. It's all just this very pleasant surprise. Dude, I could do that, like, forever. I mean, it's just like, you're always having to think about stuff, you know? And just to follow somebody around and enjoy the scenery and, you know, everything's sorted out, you know? It's very nice. Super nice. Yeah, he should box those things up and sell them. I mean, especially the last 2 years. That was 2 very, very epic trips. That was kind of crazy. I could even be like a travel agent, set up your places to stay and everything, you know. I mean, what he could do with that is endless. He's got a skill. He should have his own course for Apple Maps. That boy comes up, there's more stuff in Apple Maps than I didn't even know was even there. But anyway, get out there and do a goodbye. We're losing our light out there, so we done waited too long. We were goofing around, messing around in the room that Christy and Raylynn stay in because it's hot in there, so we got that fixed. So anyway, crazy day at work. Super chilling, even though we were doing stuff when we got home, but very nice. Looking forward to whatever, and then tomorrow I'll build Annie's little dog house there. Figure out exactly where we want to put it so she can get out of the shade. I mean, she's got the place to get out of the shade. There's a bush over there, but she likes she likes the house thing, so she'll love that thing. You never get Sasha in that thing. When it rains, she paints herself to the wall on her bench out there. And then when it's sunny, she just finds a nice shade in the grass. But anyway, we'll call it a weekend. Me and Mom will do a goodbye and we'll roll out. Appreciate you hanging around today. That's some pretty motorcycles right there. We'll see you now. Well, hello there, you two. Night got away from us and we're going, it's about sunset when you get out there and do this.
Best hurry.
See the beautiful sunset skies back there.
Pretty.
But, man, Freaky Fridays are usually for summertime. Today was a Freaky Friday.
Oh, man. I'm here.
It was crazy. I think I seen Kelly. I seen her. First thing, I got her a cup of coffee and me my tea or cider. I always want to call it tea. And, when I looked at my schedule right quick, went downstairs, and I came up towards the end of the day when I was turning the paperwork in for that orange one, because there's a couple more. Well, we need that hold down bracket for that battery. And then I was talking to you guys, and then we left.
Yes.
That's the way the work day went. In a flash.
Yeah.
Man, run ragged.
Yeah, I was a Tucker.
I went up there, and usually Kelly's waiting out because clock out at 5. And by the time we get up there, Kelly's waiting out by the car. Nope. It was about 20 after or so when we got out of there because they were still busy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that little lull hit, and she goes, "I'm out."
I gotta go.
But anyway, fun but busy day.
Yes.
Yeah, I was telling Kelly on the way home that we said the goodbye at work, and I didn't come back till the end of the day. Like, wow, I didn't even record nothing. I was so busy, you think you're doing all this stuff and going, I didn't record anything.
See.
But anyway, I think on that, we're gonna roll.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Saturday or Sunday.
Heck yeah. All right. Appreciate you
We'll see
watching.
you tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye now.